Hi, Wanderers, and welcome to New York, New York. The city's so nice they named it twice. Brandon and I have family in the Big Apple, so we're pretty well acquainted with it, including the subways. In my opinion, New York City has the best public transit system options of any city in the United States. So this will be your go-to guide for how to use them. Of course, Google Maps is still pretty apt with all of these, and you can just get the directions on your phone. But if you want to learn the original ways to do them, this video is for you. So let's start with getting your Metro card. Again, times are changing, and now with the Omni feature, you can just do regular Apple or Android Pay and tap on your way into the subway, which is objectively the most convenient. But if you want to get a Metro card or you have one in your pocket you need to use up, let's see how it's done. So there are different types of Metro cards: unlimited, paper ride, and single ride. The single ride is only valid for 2 hours. Unlimited, you pay a monthly fee of $127, and obviously you have unlimited rides. That's also the same price for a 30-day unlimited card. So obviously these cards can't be shared between users. So this is a common option for native New Yorkers. But chances you'll want to pay the pay for ride if you're just in the city for a little bit. So each ride is $2.75, and the paper ride card can be shared between multiple people. So if you're getting a new card, select the option to get a new one. A new Metro card is $1, so if you have an old non-expired card, you can pull that out and just reload it. If you're reloading an old card, select refill your card and then dip your old card into the machine and press add value. So the rest of the process is the same for old and new cards. You type in the amount that you would like to add, select your payment, add your zip code for new credit cards, and then voila, you have your Metro card. So new Metro cards usually last about a year. So if you think you'll be back in the city, don't throw it away after you leave. Just remember, and then next you just swipe your card on the readers to go into the gates to get to the subway platform. And remember, the paper ride can be shared. So if you're passing them back, don't forget about the other members in your group so they can swipe. And now that you're on the platform, let's ride. So let's talk about navigation. Again, Google Transit mode is a perfectly acceptable way to do this, but here's the quick and dirty if you want to learn how to do this yourself, because I had to learn before Google Transit was a thing. So before you arrive to the city, download the New York City Subway app. It's essentially just a map of all the subway systems, but it's nice to be able to plan your trips ahead of time. So the main thing you need to remember is uptown and downtown. And it's really just as simple as it sounds. If your destination is higher than you on the map, you need to go uptown. If it's lower, go downtown. Easy. And most of the subway stops are labeled as such. There are many different lines that all intersect and cover the whole city. So all you need to do is look where you are, where you want to go, decide if it's downtown or uptown, and the easiest path to get there. So let's start easy. Let's say you're at 103rd Street and you want to get to Columbus Circle. So first, if we go to the map, we can see that we're going downtown. So we'll want to get a downtown train. So we'll need to catch that train and ride until we get to Columbus Circle on 59th Street. No transfers required. Nice and easy. So let's look at transfers. If you want to get somewhere that isn't on your line, you'll need to make a transfer. So on the map, you can tell where transfers are available because the lines will converge at the same stops, and it will even list all the trains you can connect to. So let's say again we're starting at 103rd and we want to get to 28th Street. So 103 is only on the red 1 and the 28th is only on the yellow R and W. So how do we get there? Well, looking at the map, we can see the red line, specifically the red one, or specifically the 1, meets with the yellow line at R and W at Times Square and 42nd Street. So let's ride the red one downtown to Times Square, get off at Times Square, and find the platform for yellow R and W downtown. And then you just ride into 28th Street. Easy. So also similar to the airport, once you get underground, you can take unlimited transfers to other trains, all for your ride of $2.75. Only after you come above ground and go back down again will you need to pay. So it doesn't matter if you need to take 10 trains to get to your location. As long as you don't exit the underground, you're still only paying $2.75. So let's add on to our previous example. Let's say instead of 28th Street, our final destination is Spring Street in Little Italy, which only has a stop from the green 6. So again, we'll take the red 1 to Times Square, 42nd, and then instead of getting off at 28th, we're going to continue down to 14th Street and Union Square and get the green 6 until Spring Street. See? It's not that hard. All you need to do is follow the lines to get to your stop with the path of least resistance. So how can I be sure that my train will stop where I need it to? And what's the difference between these black and white stops on the map? Well, you have discovered the express trains versus the local trains. So local trains, signified by a black dot on the map, stop at every stop. Express trains, the white dots, only stop on other white dots on the train. So if you're unsure if your train will stop, all you need to do is look for the train you want to take listed at that stop. So the trains should be marked for each one that stops there. So let's take our previous example from getting to 103rd Street in Little Italy. If you start your journey on the express trains, instead of stopping at 8 stops, if we get on from 103, to get to Times Square will only take 4 stops instead of 8. You might have to ride down to 96 to get the express train, depending on what's happening that day. But you can rest assured that that train will stop at 42nd because it's a white dot and because you can see your train is listed. Then you can take the express train again and skip over 2 stops and still stop at Union Square. So from Union Square, you'll need to take a local train because an express won't stop at Spring Street. But all in all, you skipped 10 unnecessary stops just by riding the express train. And trust me, the city moves fast, so you'll be happy for some extra time for sightseeing. That's everything. Congratulations. You now know how to navigate your way through United States' largest city. Using the subway is not only easy, it will save you time, money, and headache from trying to drive and park in the city or get an Uber or a taxi. Ride safe and remember, if you see something, say something. Have fun in the Big Apple and write us a comment about your experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We love to travel with you guys. Till next time, we'll see you soon.